With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Thanks as always for joining us. Countries around the world are celebrating International Women's Day, today, March the 8th. Civil servants gathered on the steps of the Government Administration Building wearing their purple, all in celebration of the day. We hear more now about the importance of the day from the former Minister for Gender Affairs and details on what events are happening this month during Honoring Women's Month from the Family Resource Center as they celebrate their 20th anniversary.
It's a very historic day. I was fortunate enough to be the minister in cabinet when we took a cabinet paper. I took a cabinet paper to recognize International Women's Day in Cayman as a significant day. Being the first minister responsible for women affairs, I also took the initiative to not name it women affairs, but to have it changed to gender affairs, because women can only achieve a better balance if there is someone else on the other side. And I believe that our objectives and our goal is not to be a strong competition, but a strong coalition. And I've come from a strong heritage of women that basically say anything a man can do, whoa, woman, we can also do it. I also a very strong believer that quotas should not be set aside for women. I think that's an embarrassment to women, that women in their own right are intelligent and have the intellectual capacity to do any job you ask them to do, and oftentimes will do any job that they see need being done. So it's a great day for me today to celebrate.
It's a special day for the women of this country. We're here today to celebrate women and our accomplishments. We have quite a long way to go before we can achieve full equality, but at the end of the day, we continue to fight for equal rights.
As a part of that celebration, we're hosting 20 events throughout the month of March. So we're kicking it off today with our picture and kind of celebrating in that way. We're encouraging everybody to participate in our social media campaign by striking the pose, because the hashtag and theme for this International Women's Day is Balance for Better. We have a lot of exciting events, one being our annual 5K, the Color Me Purple 5K. It's happening on the 17th of March at Public Beach this year. And that's our fun run with the color bombing and the purple powder. So you can email us at frc@gov.ky. We're on Facebook as well, and if you visit any of those, you should be able to access our calendar. Two of the other really great events that we have this year, we've got workshops for women in the workplace. So we're going to have a workshop for women who are either seeking employment to gain some more skills, as well as women who are already professionals in their field and are really interested in discussing more about how we can promote gender equality in the workplace. So please visit us at frc@gov.ky, visit our website and Facebook to find out more information, and to please register for our events because spaces are limited. It's so great that this year we have more interest in celebrating International Women's Day and Honoring Women Month than ever before. There are a lot of companies that have come on board in promoting the day and celebrating their women, participating in things such as promoting Balance for Better in the workplace. And we've just been so grateful for all the support and all of the interest in celebrating with us. We just also want to thank our sponsors. We've got some amazing sponsors that have come on board to really make this all happen.
Again, to see the calendar of events for the rest of March and Honoring Women's Month, you can go online to dcs.gov.ky, click on Family Resource Center, and then on Public Awareness Campaigns. Well, Royal Cayman Islands Police Services Detective Inspector Colin Orimule started 2019 with a bang after receiving the Cayman Islands Government Employee of the Month for January of this year. The detective inspector within the RCIPS's Criminal Investigation Department was recognized by Deputy Governor Franz Manderson for developing exceptional leadership. You've been described as a tenacious investigator who works tirelessly to reduce crime within the Cayman Islands, Mr. Manderson said during the recent presentation on Wednesday afternoon last week at the police headquarters. Ministry of Human Resources and Customs and Border Control Chief Officer Wesley Howell lauded Mr. Orimule for his dedicated service to the community. He says, by working with our communities to detect and reduce criminality, you help to make these islands a safer place to live. We say congratulations to Officer of the Law, Colin Orimule. Finally, this Friday, the Cayman Islands 12th Youth Parliament held within the walls of the Legislative Assembly takes place this coming Monday, March the 11th, which is Commonwealth Day. Now, students from local high schools as well as post-secondary institutions will take over the House, conduct proceedings, and participate in 2 debates. The topics this year are regulation of the use of plastic bags and the implementation of a juvenile detention and youth rehabilitation center. Members of the public who plan on attending are requested or encouraged to be seated in the public viewing gallery inside the Legislative Assembly between 10:15 and 10:25 a.m. for the opening ceremony, which will be followed by the Youth Parliament, which goes on until early afternoon. And that ends today's news update here on CIG Television. If you missed it, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page as well as the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush, wishing you a safe and, of course, an enjoyable weekend and inviting you back here again on Monday. Until then, bye-bye for now. Did you know that planning permission is required for a shed? Did you know you should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required? Did you know planning permission is required to clear land by mechanical means? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.
Boating, fishing, and water sports in the Cayman Islands are great, but keep a cool head. Here are 7 tips for fun and safe sea outings. Number 1. Use a checklist to plan your outing. Check the weather forecast, make a float plan, and share it with someone who is remaining on land, stating where you're going, with whom, and when you're expected to return. Visit your nearest marine supply store to get your safety gear. This includes signaling mirrors, whistles, and a flare kit. It's also very important to have onboard flotation devices and life vests for each person. There are different types of vests. Some are for water sport activities such as snorkeling, and others are for going on offshore boating or on fishing trips. Number 2. These items can be lifesavers in case of an accident or bad weather. Number 3. Use a motor kill switch, especially if you're boating alone. In case of a leak or breakdown, always stay with the boat until help arrives. If you capsize, an emergency beacon or locator device can send a distress signal to inform the authorities of your location. Larger flares will indicate distress to a boat, airplane, or search and rescue officials. Number 4. In addition to sunscreen, food, and beverages, it would be smart to have a cell phone. Make sure your marine radio works. Cayman boaters use Channel 16 to communicate. Number 5. Also, don't forget your anchor and sufficient rope. Number 6. Boat operators should be familiar with the local waters and reefs, as well as the capabilities and functions of the vessels they are using. Always obey the rules of the sea and the marine environment, and have courtesy for others. Number 7. Alcohol and salt water do not mix, especially if you're the captain. Some useful contact numbers are 911. The RCIPS Marine Base is 649-7710, and the Port Authority is 949-2055. Smooth sailing, all!
Did you know that a trellis structure requires planning permission? You should check with the department as a planning and permit application may be required.